Arbon here. Thank you for coming to join me again. It's really lovely. I hope you're doing okay. We're okay here, safe in our houses. Back in lockdown again, but there we go. We'll make the best of it. Today I'm going to first of all show you some of the things I'm working on, and then I'm going to share with you a mood boosting idea from this book that I love so much. And I'm going to finish off today with 2 or 3 poems. Okay, so hope you're going to just relax and have an enjoyable time watching and listening to me. So the projects I'm working on at the moment, I've actually got 4 on the go. I am not a monogamous knitter or crocheter by any means, but I don't often have more than 2 projects on the go. I usually have a knitting one and a crochet one, but at the moment I've got 4. I am stretching myself a bit here, and that's mainly because I have been enjoying watching another vlogger, and that is called Yarn and Yarns, lovely lady called Angela. And she is doing this year, and has done previous years, something called the 12 cast-ons of Christmas. So that from, I think it's from Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, she's casting on a different thing each day for 12 days. And invite everybody to make projects along with her. And I think probably I'll not get up to 12, but as I say, 4 is doing quite well for me. One of them you will already have seen if you watched the previous episode, and that is my leftover sock yarn blanket, making mitered squares and joining as I go. So there we go, that's the progress of that. How many squares is that? 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 so far, so that's good. I'm quite pleased with how that's going. What else am I making? I am making a pair of socks using my absolute favourite sock yarn. I like lots of different colours, and that's the Felici Knitpicks yarn. I just love the feel of it. It's just really, really, really nice and soft, and it's hard wearing. It washes well, I know. And so this is sock 1. I'm busy doing just a plain sock, which I've recently learned is quite often called a vanilla sock. So there we go, lovely bright colours, brighten up the grey days that we're having at the moment. Yeah, so that's those. Yes, when I was trying to decide what new projects to start after all the Christmas stuff that I did, I decided I didn't want anything too demanding. I just want something nice and familiar and straightforward and relaxing. So another project, which also is a very straightforward one, and I'm just making some fingerless mitts, which, as you can see, I haven't really got all that far, but I am about to start the increases for the thumb gusset, so putting on, and that's using West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply. Let's see that. Oh, the nice colours. Oh, quite wintry colours, I think, that one there. And oh yes, I think I printed out the pattern of that one there, but it's just a very straightforward pattern in mostly 4x1 rib. And as always, if you want any more details of things that I mention, just have a look in the description box below the video, and I've usually put most information or links and things there if you're interested, and if I haven't, then comment below to tell me that I've missed something out. Yeah, so okay, so and then the 4th thing that I am making is a crochet project. Oops, and it's got caught up on the crochet hook, and that is a shawl, and you can see it's just the start of a shawl. And oops, try and straighten it out a bit. So there we go, that's as much as I've got, and that is the Drucilla shawl, which I have made once before, and I think it's lovely in this colour. It's not the same yarn that I used before. I used the John Arbon Devonia. Beautiful yarn, really nice. And I do like this, that make that I do not know how to pronounce. It might be sheepies, I don't know. But it's really lovely. I'm not sure if that's going to drape quite as well as the Devonia yarn that I used before, but you know, it's very nice anyway. It'll be nice and cosy and warm. So that's that. So those are my 4 projects that I am working on at the moment. So I'll pop those down there. Okay, so next I'm going to, as I promised, share with you a treat from this book here. I really love this book, as you'll know. If you've seen any previous episodes, I have, yes, I've made a few things from here already. So, and it's a mixture of yarny projects and recipes and other arty crafty things. It's really great. But one of the things that I like about it a lot is just the introductions to each chapter. And yeah, I'm going to read you the beginning of one of the chapters, the one that's called the Greyest Days, I think, which is definitely what we're having a lot of at the moment. Yes, the Greyest Days. So here we go. Here's the beginning of the Greyest Days, and after that I'm going to show you what I made. The recent sleet has turned the garden into a muddy wasteland, and stepping outside is like an icy assault on your face and mood. There's no snow to perk up the look of your crispy perennials. Your cat has become a morose recluse, and your toes feel as cold as granite. It is at times like these when emergency plans are needed. A walk would require emerging from the comfort of your house and being bombarded by spiky rain or mushy snowflakes. So hibernation, contingency making, and mood-boosting comfort foods are required. I find it a reassuring thought that just a few minutes after emerging from a nest of quilts and blankets, you could be creeping back beneath them, armed with a mug of chocolatey, saucy joy and a spoon. My chocolate fondant in a mug is not only delicious, but the antioxidant transresveratrol found in cocoa has been shown to boost serotonin levels. In effect, this compound acts as a natural antidepressant. Chocolate really can cheer you up. So a lightning-quick, cocoa-rich mug cake is the perfect antidote to perishing temperatures and slate-grey skies. Is your mouth watering now? I really love those chocolate fondant puddings. And yeah, they're really nice also if you add a bit of ice cream or a bit of yogurt. Really nice. Go on, why not treat yourself? So I'm going to finish today with just a few video clips of one of my recent walks, and I'm going to read you 3 different poems. The first poem is by a lovely poet that you might know. She's quite well known, an American lady called Mary Oliver, who only died in 2019. So she's a modern poet, and her poems are mainly about her relationship with nature, and they definitely strike a note with me, and particularly since the beginning of last year, January 2020. Before anybody knew about any of this pandemic stuff, I'd already started to kind of slow down a bit and really notice what was around me, much more than I can remember doing before, except maybe for when you're a child. When you're a child, you notice all those little things, don't you? You get fascinated with a blade of grass or a leaf, and we kind of can very easily lose that as we grow up, and lots of other things take our attention away. But I bought a really lovely little book called How to Walk, and it was all about how to walk mindfully when you're out, and to really stop and notice what's around us, those things that we just normally take for granted. And it's really made my walks much slower than they used to be, because I just keep stopping all the time and looking at things, or smelling things, or just listening to what's around me. So yeah, so I love this. And this poem by Mary Oliver that I'm reading you says her work is mostly to be standing still and be astonished by what she sees. Then I'm going to read a poem called Beautiful Things, which again is just about noticing those things around you that you could quite easily overlook. And then finally a poem which is just about being slow, and how it's okay to be slow, and maybe you can, think about yourself a bit more, and that seems appropriate for the situation that lots of us are in at the moment. So here we are for you to enjoy now. The Messenger by Mary Oliver. My work is loving the world. Here the sunflowers, there the hummingbird, equal seekers of sweetness. Here the quickening yeast, there the blue plums, here the clam deep in the speckled sand. Are my boots old? Is my coat torn? Am I no longer young and still not half perfect? Let me keep my mind on what matters, which is my work, which is mostly standing still and learning to be astonished. The phoebe, the delphinium, the sheep in the pasture, and the pasture, which is mostly rejoicing, since all ingredients are here, which is gratitude to be given a mind and a heart and these body clothes, a mouth with which to give shouts of joy to the moth and the wren, to the sleepy dug-up clam, telling them all, over and over, how it is that we live forever. Beautiful Things by Lucille B. Ballard. As we hurry along on life's journey with the joy and the sorrow it brings, and never a thought what we pass on our way, let us look for the beautiful things. There is music that's free, that will surely beguile. 'Tis the song of the bird as he sings, and the sun-kissed breeze make us linger a while, just to look for the beautiful things. Let us close our eyes to the faults of a friend, drop them deep in oblivion's springs. As we travel along to life's golden end, we can always find beautiful things. A poem by John Donahue.
this is the time to be slow. Lie low to the wall until the bitter weather passes. Try as best you can not to let the wire brush of doubt scrape from your heart all sense of yourself and your hesitant light. If you remain generous, time will come good, and you will find your feet again on fresh pastures of promise, where the air will be kind and blushed with beginning.
So that's all for today. Thank you ever so much for joining me today, and I look forward to you joining me again another day. If you'd like to make any comments, please do below, and that will be lovely to hear from you. So until then, keep busy and stay nice and safe, and I will see you again soon. Okay, bye.